right, it's 5 or more questions with Tommy Black. I'm speaking to one of my favorite bands, Yachtley Crew. Who am I speaking to?
This is Sailor Hawkins on drums.
Sailor Hawkins on drums. That's a great name. And tell me some of the other band members' names.
We got Mr. Philly Ocean on the lead vocals.
Uh-huh.
We got Tommy Bowie on guitar.
Nice.
We got his brother David Bowie on percussion and vocals.
Mm-hmm.
And we got their the third sibling in that little trifecta is Baba Bowie on bass.
Mm-hmm.
And then we got Mr. Stony Shores on the keys. And on the saxophone, we got Mr. Pauly Shores, his brother.
Dang.
Got a few brothers in the band.
2 brothers. It's a family band.
Yeah.
Well,
like a Partridge Family.
Uh-huh. Exactly. Sailor, if I may call you Sailor. How did you guys start doing this?
I get that from all the guys, Tommy. I'm not going to lie.
Hello, Sailor. How did you guys start doing this?
You know, my partner and I, Baba Bowie, we were playing music and a couple other things, and we kind of felt like we were hitting a wall. I mean, just creatively maxed out on some other things that we were doing, and we kind of felt like we wanted to do like a soft rock thing as a side project. I know everybody uses that term, side project, but we thought it was going to be just like a swanky little bit. It wasn't really a joke. It was serious, but we thought if we could be as successful as like Murph and the Magic Tones from the Blues Brothers, that would be cool.
Right.
Like a little smoky Holiday Inn off the side of the road, driving out through like Temecula or something, just for shits and giggles if I can.
Perfect.
We did it, and then we kind of came up with the band, and then we thought, you know what? There's this like more elite soft rock, if you will, which is like, you know, been coined Yacht Rock. Mm-hmm. And we kind of sort of, you know, Sirius Radio kind of came up with that Yacht Rock station, and it just seemed like all the chips were falling that direction for us with the kind of music we were selecting to play. Mm-hmm. And next thing you know, we booked a show, and somebody saw it, said, I want you to play at my place, and we played there, and then it was like one after the other, after the other, after the other. Now the phones just like don't stop ringing, and people want to book the band like next week for their 50th or 60th birthday party, but the band right now is booked up. I mean, someone just called us or emailed us and asked us about a date in December 2019. So the band is like booking like 8 to 10 plus months out right now. Wow. I mean, we're pretty much booked solid already through September of this year.
And you do the booking yourself, or you have an agent?
No, we do it ourselves.
That's awesome.
I mean, we're at the point where we're going to start losing more hair if we don't, you know, find somebody to kind of sort of maybe start handling this, because it's like literally between 2 of us. I mean, there's, like I said, 7 members in the band, but, you know, a couple of us handle the business.
Right.
And it's a band. There's no hired guns. We're just, you know, everybody appreciates leadership and camaraderie, and it works out really well like that, you know?
Uh-huh. And you all have great facial hair.
Some of us have more than others.
Yes. So don't worry about losing that, because that's not going anywhere. Right. Yeah, but cool. No, it's cool. It is a family, and that shows. I mean, I've been there many moons and seen many, and my leather heart is softened when I see you perform. You know, you guys are amazing, and everybody's so happy. You have a list. You don't do requests, but I mean, you have a set list. But I mean, what's the people's favorite song? Hall & Oates, you think?
I think You Make My Dreams Come True. We got a big reaction out of that.
Yeah.
Africa by Toto is. I mean, that's just I mean, you could go on the internet and look up like 100 different reasons why that's the best song ever written in music. You know? So I mean, it's
People freak on Africa. I know.
Sailing by Christopher Cross.
Oh,
Tell me
yeah.
that is not a guilty pleasure song.
Not to mention the on top of the bar solos, the bar sax solo. On top of the bar sax solo. It's amazing.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, no. Also, when Tommy Boy gets up to the mic and he's got a real low baritone voice and he sings "Kiss You All Over" to the ladies, they go crazy for that.
Yeah, definitely. Why?
Careless Whisper. I mean, there you go, right there. Careless Whisper. What lady doesn't want to hear Careless Whisper? And what guy doesn't want to sing it to her?
This is true. I sing it constantly. No. Why are there no Bee Gees in your set? Is Bee Gees not technically considered soft rock? That's disco.
No.
Disco, but isn't it a soft rock crossover with Bee Gees at all?
Yeah, there is a soft rock, but it's a little more disco, and that's the thing too. Is what we really tried to do is hone in on what we're doing to be that more of that, that yacht rock thing, if you will. There's plenty of soft rock. There's Air Supply. We don't. It's like the late '70s to early '80s that like Baby Come Back and with that genre, and we don't want to steer too far away from it. There's other bands that are kind of starting to pop up and do what we're doing, but they're throwing in like Fleetwood Mac and a bunch of other things, and it really is kind of what's kind of classic rock and what can be soft rock or yacht rock. Like one of these nights is a good example of a song that we could play, but if we play Take It Easy, it's like all of a sudden it's kind of a classic rock. Thing,
Right. No, we
try to really stay within the parameters that we set.
Yeah, you're spot on. A lot of the other bands are missing the boat. Thank you. Anyway, you've never heard that. Speaking of that, do you any of you own a yacht, or do you plan on owning a yacht in the near future since you're doing so well?
Well, Baba Booey has a dinghy, but he's trying to upgrade. So we get a few more shows in here. I think pretty soon he's going to be heading out to sea with his new yacht.
Nice.
I personally, I'm happy to own a house at this point.
Yeah.
In my career.
Yeah. I get seasick pretty easy, so I won't be joining you. But with the house, I can handle that. When you hear Viper Room, what do you guys think of when you hear the name Viper Room?
World famous, legend. I mean, without sounding cocky, and this is totally going to sound cocky, the room's too small for us, but there's something to be said for that, playing in that room. It's the notoriety. I mean, there's tourists that walk into that place and they have no idea what they're walking into sometimes if they can get into the show. A lot of times it's full, but when they come up and talk to us, I mean, we had people in there from what did you guys have, the Oscars or something?
Right.
It was just in town a couple months ago, and people were in there with tables and bottles and tables and telling us that they had no idea they just wanted to go to the Viper Room.
Right.
But they ended up catching a show that they had no idea was going to happen. It wasn't just, they thought they were probably going to come and see another punk rock band or something.
No, you blew them away. You blew them away.
Yeah. Well, you don't think of like, the Viper Room. You think of, you want to go see, a good rock band in Los Angeles. You're going to go to the Viper Room. You're going to go down to the Sunset Strip. That's it's famous for that. It's not famous for 7 guys dressed like, Captain Stubing. Yeah,
but the whole crowd's wearing the hats. Everyone's having so much fun. I mean, it's so cool. It's beyond. It transcends cool. Okay, you remember they had those like K-Tel albums or whatever. I remember I bought a Convoy album when I was a kid in Ohio, and it was none of the original artists playing all Convoy songs from the movie Convoy, but I ended up loving it. So are you guys going to do a Yachtley Convoy type, K-Tel type album? Or have you done one?
I don't know. That is a good question. I don't know. We started kind of, there was never a whole, we just wanted to entertain and take that to as high as we can,
Mm-hmm. But people, I mean,
we did pick around ideas of song titles and songwriting, and I mean, these songs that we play aren't necessarily the easiest songs to play either.
No,
it's not like, with all due respect, it's not like just pumping out a Green Day cover or a Nirvana song, or you know what I mean. There's some pretty complex parts, even for the drums. I mean, Jesus, dude, I didn't know I was going to get into having to learn like friggin' Jeff Porcaro stuff when I'm a rock drummer,
Right, but
I got to kind of go back to the books a little bit here to.
You guys do them so. You do them so well, and they're spot on. I almost think they should be documented. I mean, it's great, But
well, it's cool. I think that also, as far as like sounding, you say they sound good, and I appreciate that, and I believe it myself. But I mean, there's a real testament when some of these original artists have actually come up on stage and performed their song with us.
Wow!
Like the singer for Pear, Mr. Peter Beckett, came up a couple of times. He's played with us. He got up and sang "Baby Come Back."
Wow!
As many times as I've kind of played that, you get a little, you're a little bit on edge sometimes when you see the guy coming up, because you think you're doing his song justice, and now, like the deciding member of the jury's coming up to play it with you. It's a real honor to be able to, some of these guys are, still around. I mean, there's some artists that still aren't here, but he's come up and played with us. Elliot Lurie from Looking Glass came up to sing Brandy with us one night at the show.
Wow.
I mean, that was some pretty cool shit, I'll say. Can I say shit?
Yes, and it doesn't shit doesn't get much cooler than that. What goes to your mind? What are you thinking when you're playing these songs up there?
The one thing that I really enjoy doing, and just in my life, is making people smile. I want people to have a good time. When we're entertaining people, and you see people having fun, whether they're dancing, singing, holding their cell phones up, getting close to the stage to try to take a selfie with the band member as he's playing, like that fun, positive vibe is like, we don't have fights at our shows. You know what I mean? People don't, and our demographic is cool because they're older, they got a little bit of money, they'll buy like a really nice bottle of wine and at the same time go to a punk rock show, you know?
Yeah.
So we have a really great demographic of people that they don't, there's no negative, it's all positive, it's all good love at our shows. It's fun. It's really fun.
Yeah, it is. I always look forward to your shows when, and I will be there for the next show. So I'm going to end it on that.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah, I'm always there when you play. I think I was there for your first show at the Viper. You guys have always spot on every night. All right, well
hey, we love you, Tommy.
Yeah.
You're a boy, man.
Aw, thanks. Take it easy, and I'll see you Friday.
You got it, brother. Cheers.
Cheers.